Hello everyone, my name is Vikas. I'm a fourth year PhD student in Kellogg Operations Group, and today I'm going to talk about my research which basically tries to help firms about their decision making in whether they should update their website design or not. And answer is to use efficient A/B testing. And to explain you A/B testing, to explain you A/B testing, I'll guide you through an example. Think about Netflix, and suppose they have this current website design A, which I'm calling, which is the default design, and they have come up with a new design, which I'm calling by B, and they're trying to see whether they should change their website design from A to B. There are some changes in their websites, and they want to see whether this new design B would do better than A or not. Since they care about the revenue that they generate from the website, they would, and there's a parameter which is called click-through rate, and this click-through rate is very correlated with the revenue that they will generate. So they would like to know which website version, whether A or B has more click-through rate. So for an example, assume that this design A has this 70% click-through rate and the design B has 90%. So basically, here 90% would mean that website design B would do better with the customers because click-through rate is more. So effectively, what Netflix wants to know from an operational perspective, whether they should update their design B from A or not. And the basis of this would be in the measurement of these click-through rates, right? But unfortunately, these click-through rates are not known upfront to the Netflix. And to measure them, they would conduct experiments. And these experiments are called A/B testing. So putting simply, the objective of an A/B test would be simply measure the difference between these click-through rates. And the example that I provided you, in that case, it would lead to 90 minus 70, which is simply 20%. So Netflix would like to know this number, so then they can decide whether this B design would generate revenue, and the cost benefit analysis they can do on the basis of that. So what is available in practice and what is available in literature? This simple A/B testing is pretty famous in the literature and has a lot of statistics and mathematics backing with it. How does this simple A/B test work? So think about these visitors who are coming to use this Netflix website, and when you design this A/B testing experiment, you basically what you do is you divide the group of users who are coming in two groups, and one group would see this design A, the other group would see the design B. One thing that I would like you to remember about these simple A/B tests is that it would lead that 50% of the users who are coming in, they would see this design A, while the other 50% would see the design B. That is the one important thing about these simple A/B tests. Now this is all working in the practice and available in the literature. And one important information that I would like you to point out about these A/B tests, that once you have done this experiment, which is A/B testing, you would like to, when you are reporting this number of difference in click-through rates, you would like it to be accurate, right? Suppose, for the example that I provided you, it was 20%, right? So you would like it to be somewhat around 18 to 21. That is just for an example. If it is not very close to 20%, then that would actually lead to a wrong decision, and you might implement a design of the website which would harm you in terms of generating less revenue. But everything is okay with this simple A/B test, and then what's the problem? The problem with this simple A/B test is that it requires a lot of users to visit the website, and then only you can measure this difference in click-through rates accurately. So that would lead to a lot of cost, and hence it is not very required from Netflix perspective. So what do they want? They would like to develop an algorithm which is more efficient and less costly, and they deliver on and the algorithms which can tell me about these difference in the click-through rates as fast as possible. And I'm calling those algorithms as efficient A/B testing algorithms. So this is what my research has delivered. My research has tried to develop an algorithm which is very efficient, and it does not compromise on the guarantee of accuracy guarantees also. It gives me guarantees with the mathematical backings with that. The interesting part of the algorithm that we developed is that it is using the data from the past visitors to the website to allocate how many users or visitors should be seeing the design A and how many users should see the design B in the experiment. And interestingly, it should not be 50-50 allocation. It should be some biases. It may not be 50-50. So that is the most important punchline that I wanted you to remember about these A/B testings. Just to tell you the scope of these A/B tests, it is not only applicable to Netflix examples, it is much more general. And two such examples are, you can think of, is development of the applications in Android or in the Apple devices, as well as in the vaccine drug testing problems, where the objective is to measure the effectiveness of these vaccines via testing them on the volunteer patients. Thank you so much for your time. That's